Hey everyone, this is Ashwin here. In this video, we are going to solve the problem Simple Text Editor. In this challenge, you must implement a simple text editor. Initially, your editor contains an empty string, that is yes. You must perform Q operations of the following four types. So the first operation will be append string W to the end of yes. And the second one is delete K. Delete the last K characters of yes. And the third one is print K. Print the kth character of yes. And the last one is undo. Undo the last operation of type 1 or 2, reverting yes to the state it was in prior to that operation. So we have four types of queries. Based on the queries, we need to do the operations. So for this problem, we'll be using a stack and a string. When we have the query like first one and the second one, we will add some letters or delete some letters in the string yes. If we have some undo operation, we will be storing all the append and delete operation in the stack in order to store that previous state. When we do undo operation, we will pop the previous state that is stored inside the stack and assign it to the string yes. That's the simple logic we are going to follow in this problem. Let's see the constraints now. Here the queries can go up to 10 to the power of 6 and the number of letters that can be deleted k, that is in the range of 1 to the length of the string. The sum of all lengths of w in the input can go up to 10 to the power of 6 and the sum of k over all delete operations can go up to 2 into 10 to the power of 6. All input characters are lowercase English characters. It is guaranteed that the sequence of operations given as input is possible to perform. So with this constraint here, we don't need to check for additional corner test cases. They are saying it is possible to perform all the operations that are given in the queries. And the sum of the lengths and the deletion operation is high. It's pretty much high. 10 to the power of 6 is somewhat high. So we can go for a brute force approach. You definitely need to go for an optimal approach, that is using the stack. Let's see the example now. So we have 8 queries. In the first query, we have append operation. So we will be appending A, B, C. So the tracking is here. S will be added A, B, C. In the second query, that is print operation, we are going to print the third character. So they are given a one-based indexing. So the third character is C. And the next query is 2, that is delete operation. We need to delete 3 characters from the last. So if we delete 3 characters means the string will be empty. And again, we have append operation. XY will be added to the string 3. So we are printing the second element, that is Y here. And 4, 4, that is 2 undo operation. In the first undo operation, we are making the string empty again because we have appended XY. So it will revert the operation and make the string empty. After that, we will undo the last update of yes, that is ABC deletion. So it will again add that ABC to the string. Lastly, we need to print the first character, that is A. So A is printed. Like that, we need to perform all the operations given in the queries. Okay, let's solve the problem now. First, we need to initialize the stack variable. Stack equals an empty list. Next, we need to initialize a string. So string equals an empty string. Now we need to get the input for the test cases. I will just use a for loop for underscore in range of int of input. So I have already mentioned this type of statement that underscore is like a negligible variable. So for test case iteration, we can use this underscore and I'm getting the input in the range itself. So the number of test case 8 will be stored in the range. This is like a temporary storage. It will just use this storage only for the for loop. After the for loop, we need to get the input. I will say t equals input dot split. So it will get both the inputs. This statement will get the input as a list because we have varying number of statements. Here we have 2 inputs and for the undo operation we have only 1 input. That's why we are taking this as a string of characters. After getting the input, we need to check for the query type. So check for query type. If t of 0 equals 1, remember, make sure you add quotation in between the numbers because we are taking the input as a string of characters. If the type of query is 1 means we need to append the characters into the string. Before appending, we need to store the state of the string. For that, stack.append string. We are storing the entire state of the string inside the stack. After that, we are adding the characters. String plus equals t of 1. So t of 1 will hold the values for the append operation. This is for query type 1. Append the string. Now for query type 2, delete the string. Elif t of 0 equals 2. Again, before deleting some characters from the string, we need to append the state inside the stack. So stack.append string. Now we need to delete few characters from the last. So string equals string of colon minus int of t of 1. I'm just slicing the string apart from the last 3 characters. We have 3 from the query, so it will be having minus 3. From the start of the string, it will slice the characters from the last 3 characters of the string. You can do this operation in any way you want, like n minus the number of characters. Like that, you can do the operation. After that, we need to go for the type 3, that is print the string. Print the string. Again, elif t of 0 equals 3. So this is print character of a string. So we are going to print only a specific character inside the string. So for 3, they have given a position. So this is a one-based indexing. We will change that. So print string of int of t of 1 minus 1. This minus 1 will convert it to zero-based indexing. After that, we are printing that particular character. And the last query type is undo operation. That is the else part. So for undo operation, we are going to revert back the string. For that, string equals stack dot pop. It will pop the last state of the string from the top of the stack and assign it to the string variable. This will do the undo operation. That's it, guys. We have completed the whole logic of our problem. First, we are initializing the variables. After that, using the for loop, we are getting the test case number. For each iteration, we are getting the input. And for each query type, we are doing the corresponding operation. For query type 1 and 2, we are storing the state of the string inside the stack. Remember, we are storing the entire string inside the stack. And for the undo operation, we are popping out the state of the string from the top of the stack and assign it to the string variable. This will do the undo operation like this. For this problem, I've stored the entire string, but you can also think of some other approach which will minimize the space complexity. If you have some idea other than this, please leave a comment below. It will be very helpful for everyone to use that. Okay, let's run the code now. It passed the sample test case. Let's submit it. That's it, guys. We solved the problem. If you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel for future videos. Stay tuned for the next video.